Any guesses on how deep the system may go?
The only caveat, of course, is that this district is a little bit different from some of the ones, let's say, we'd have in Ontario, in that in Ontario all the stratigraphy is vertical.
Yeah.
And as a result, veins that you see at surface will extend down for long, long distances.
Yeah.
Here we have a slightly different scenario. Excuse me. We have a slightly different scenario in that the veins are occurring in horizontally stacked units. So what we have to determine is if each unit is containing veins. And as I mentioned, in the northern part of the property, where we go up to the mountaintops there, we can see there's one unit after another stack. So again, we have no indications that there's a bottoming of this system. And so that there is probably very good potential for having these stacked to depth. But the other side of it too is, as I mentioned, is that there is still very high potential too, of course, of just having these veins stacked along or repeated along those horizontal units. So initially, of course, you'd want to be focusing on anything that you can get closer to surface and explore that well. But at the same time, probably throw a few long holes down if you don't want to miss, for example, if you have larger vein networks that occur at depth in certain areas. But we can use the geology higher up to gauge where the targets lower down may be. Because what we've been able to see in some areas is that where you have veins in one area, where we do have other units below that are mineralized, such as in the main mine, some of those veins may not be the same veins directly underneath, but there is also a stacking of the veins vertically above one another. So if we identify very good corridors, then drilling deep on those, even if we're not targeting the same veins, we're targeting additional new sets of veins below, still is a valid way of exploring. And I think we have good depth potential in some of those areas.